So since I started my channel a few months back, I've not had much opportunity, actually no opportunity, to talk about the CW's DC Comics shows. And there's a couple of reasons for that, namely, Welcome to Raccoon City took up a whole lot of my time. There was a lot to cover about that movie. But secondly, because I don't really watch the CW anymore, because while I used to love Arrow and The Flash and basically everything that spun out of that universe, it all turned to garbage at a certain point. It became clear that certain ideas take precedent over actual well-written plots and consistent characters. And I think the Batwoman show has been the clearest example of that. I will admit I do watch Superman and Lois and Stargirl, but the fact remains that most of the CW's other stuff is damn near unwatchable, with Batwoman in particular being the worst of the bunch, with ratings that are just in the gutter. And I don't know, the way the entertainment industry works, everybody, and I'm not the only person saying this, everybody is currently failing upwards. And we have new evidence of that, as a Gotham Knights drama is in the works at the CW from the Batwoman team. This is coming from Deadline. The CW is looking to further build on its DC Comics-inspired programming slate with Gotham Knights, a drama in the works from Batwoman executive producers Chad Fiveash and James fuck you, James, and the show's executive story editor Natalie Abrams. The project comes from Greg Berlanti's Berlanti Productions, which is behind the CW's Arrowverse and Warner Bros. TV, where the company is based. Written by Abrams, Fiveash, and James, Gotham Knights is based on Gotham Knights characters from the DC Comics created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. Bill Finger's gotta be rolling in his grave by now. In the wake of Bruce Wayne's murder, his rebellious adopted son forges an unlikely alliance with the children of Batman's enemies when they are all framed for killing the Caped Crusader. And as the city's most wanted criminals, this renegade band of misfits must fight to clear their names. But in a Gotham with no Dark Knight to protect it, the city descends into the most dangerous it's ever been. However, hope comes from the most unexpected of places, as this team of mismatched fugitives will become its next generation of saviors, known as the Gotham Knights. I can imagine a world where a TV show with that premise could be awesome, but not from the CW. The CW is where IPs go to die, to be dragged through the mud, to be twisted and bent until everything is completely unrecognizable. I loved Arrow until it became the Felicity show. I loved The Flash until the show was no longer about The Flash. Hell, I even used to like the first season of Supergirl. And then season 2 moved over to the CW and, well, we know what happened. Frankly, I just can't believe that people keep getting promoted for taking good properties, good ideas, and just smashing them straight into the ground. How does that work? And they're obviously doing this because of the Gotham Knights game that's coming out. And while I haven't been following that game, because honestly I just don't care that much, since they're setting it up to be a pseudo-sequel to Arkham Knight, but they keep saying it's not a sequel to Arkham Knight, the fact that they're trying to have their cake and eat it too is just, I don't know. It put me off the whole thing pretty soon after the initial announcement. With that said, I'll be willing to try it, see if it's a fun game in its own right. But still, all I'm saying is I don't have a lot of motivation to follow the game's development. And I'm probably not going to be buying it on day one, or even within the first couple of months. But this idea about Batman's adopted son, by the way, who is that actually going to be? Is it going to be Nightwing? Is it going to be Tim Drake? Is it going to be a new version of Damian that they're going to say is adopted and not his biological son? Who is this character going to be? I feel like there's probably a reason they're being vague, and the vagueness is because the actual answer is probably going to piss people off. But skipping past that, the idea of the children of Gotham's villains being main characters, just, can you imagine the kind of rejects that these characters are going to be? We're going to get the Joker's daughter, Duella Dent, more than likely. We're probably going to get the Penguin's daughter, who should probably end up looking just like Starfire's daughter from that trash heap, but I'm not going to go down that road. And hell, we'll probably get the adopted daughter of Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn, because why not? There's just no way this show isn't going to be a dumpster fire, especially with this creative team. Like I said earlier, the idea here could work in the hands of talented people, but the CW doesn't have talented people. So I just can't believe people get rewarded for not even mediocrity, just outright terrible work. When I first read this article, I couldn't help but roll my eyes so hard they ended up in another time zone. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is my cynicism warranted, or are you guys going to give it a chance? I'm just tired of the crap CW's been churning out. As far as I'm concerned, Superman and Lois is a miracle in its own right, and it was mostly made by HBO anyway, as far as I'm aware. But this is what I got for you guys today. Stay tuned for my next video. I'm Baffled, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.